What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be doing a mukbang while talking about my crime drama movie opening.
So, you're eating and analyzing film conventions?
Exactly. I'm going to be multitasking cinema and eating. So let's get on to the big question that everybody's been asking. How does my product use or contradict conventions of crime dramas? And how does it represent social groups or social issues? But before all that, let me show you what we've got in the Taco Bell Lux box. We have some cinnamon rolls, a taco, a burrito, and yet another burrito, but this time with some chicken. Let's begin.
Okay, first conventions. Did your film actually follow crime drama rules?
Yeah, it definitely followed some. For example, we followed a central crime. Some examples of that are the 3 victims' photos that we had. We wanted to add that because it shows the seriousness of the situation, which just shows we're not playing around. This is a major crime, and people are dying. Our investigators are very serious about this.
Any other conventions?
Well, I used a Hannibal type trope, which was supposed to be this ingenious person that the investigators use because they're at their limits. They can't solve this crime, they've tried everything, and they feel like, should they listen to the public, which would tell them, no, don't do this, but should they listen to their own morale, which they know, if they got this genius character, they would be able to solve the crime. So that's the main theme of this, which really goes with conventions more like it, as shown by the movie this is based on, Silence of the Lambs.
Okay, but did you challenge any conventions or did you just follow them all?
Yeah, that challenge is a pretty big one. It was lighting.
Wait, really? Crime dramas are always dark and moody.
See, I already knew that, but I wanted it to be something more different than most of these crime dramas. So instead of a dark lighting to add a mysterious atmosphere, I wanted bright lighting to represent the public view on these investigators to be very high. Everybody's looking at them to solve this intense crime spree, the murder spree of a serial killer. The lighting is supposed to show how the view is very intense on them. Whatever choice they make, no matter right or wrong, is going to get scrutinized by many people, either their higher ups for not being bureaucratic, or by the public for not saving the lives of the innocents. So we're starting with a chicken burrito wrap this time. Go ahead.
Alright, let's talk representation. Who's represented in your opening?
Well, we mostly follow the investigators, so it'd mostly be cops, but higher ranked ones that deal with more extreme crimes.
Are they shown as heroes or flawed?
Well, that's a good question. I'd say kind of both. To be a hero, you have to be human first, and to be human is to be flawed. So they follow this long streak of debating over what's right and wrong, especially the 2 investigators, one being a more young cop slash investigator, while one being a more senior one that's more bureaucratic, listening to their higher ups. They battle between what's doing right for the public, as I said before, what would save the most lives, or what's doing right by actually following the police station rules, which would be not going for this Hannibal Lecter type, which could endanger their reputations.
What about media language, like technical elements?
That's a very good question. So we use 3 main ones, but we also use many others throughout the film. But our 3 main ones were sound, editing, and costume. Let's focus on costume first. So we have a very fresh new officer, investigator, who is wearing kind of like a 90s cop movie style suit. He's got his frills out, a very non-traditional suit, no tie, while our more conservative bureaucratic officer is using a normal suit and tie when you find anywhere, everywhere, kind of showing he's a cog in the machine, but later on we see that he changes. So it's challenging conventions there that are represented through his outfit. He's not going through what most people think he'd do. Now, sound and editing, we mix those 2 together very well. I feel like in one particular scene, we saw that they were bickering back and forth, talking about the pros and cons and what they feel is important to their case, whether to choose to go against the bureaucracy or go with the public who really just wants these cases solved. Now that's sound, but editing came way above that, which helps translate even better that their argument is very important to them with close-ups of their face showing their emotional conviction. So now we're gonna be eating this burrito. Keep going.
So, the style reinforces the tension.
Exactly. Even without any action sequences or shots, the fast-paced editing and sound keeps the intensity of the conversation going.
Last question. Stereotypes. Are you reinforcing them or challenging them?
Well, actually, both.
Explain.
I do follow many crime drama conventions, such as a crime case, such as serial killings, as well as very flamboyant detectives who are very outspoken. And another convention very much seen in dramas is argumentative people who just like to say their opinion a lot. But I do challenge conventions by portraying cops as uncertain and very conflicted by their choices, where most of them follow very strict rules, which is for the betterment of the public, unlike this crime drama.
So, the audience gets something familiar, but not something as fake, and something more realistic.
Exactly. We want something to be familiar enough to be viewed as a crime drama, but for it to stand out enough to be watched. We don't want to be like the rest of these crime dramas out there who do the same thing every time. Follow the conventions to be a crime drama, but lean away from them when you're doing things like character archetypes and more.
So basically, your opening mixes classic genre elements with new choices to keep viewers hooked.
Exactly. The goal is to entertain and make people think.